Some cars are built for speed, others to be capable haulers, but the Toyota Prius has always been a car after a singular goal, and that's to be the most efficient thing on wheels without a plug. This 2016 model's no exception to that rule and maintains its crown with an EPA estimated 52 miles per gallon, or 56 if you get the Eco model. But I got a feeling we can do better than that, so let's hop behind the wheel quickly so I don't have to stare at this ugly mug for much longer. So let's start out with the elephant in the room. Yes, the 2016 Toyota Prius has a new look and it's pretty horrendous. I can already see the comment section now, a whole lot of people going, "Oh my God, kill it with fire." But underneath that new look are new aerodynamics. Now, I won't bore you with coefficients of drag, but the upshot is that the 2016 Toyota Prius is slippery through the air, which means that it gets about 2 more miles per gallon on the highway. On the powertrain front, the 2016 Prius is about making more with less, and that starts with the battery pack. The old nickel metal battery has been replaced by a new, smaller lithium-ion battery pack that weighs about 35 pounds less. It's got a smaller capacity, but it's much more efficient with that capacity, so your overall usable charge remains at about 0.5 kilowatt hours, whether you get the new lithium-ion or the base model with the old nickel metal. Elsewhere in the hybrid synergy drive system, the gasoline engine and electric engines also make less power, down to about 95 horsepower and 71 horsepower respectively. Overall horsepower is down to about 121 horsepower combined from last year's about 130 some odd. But torque from the electric motor and gasoline engine is about the same, and torque is the thing that makes the car feel responsive around town and on a nice bit of road. It's also got a revised version of its continuously variable transmission that uses a simpler design with fewer parts, so there's less friction, which means that it can more efficiently use that energy. The upshot is the new Prius is rated at 52 miles per gallon combined, but there is an Eco model that actually does even more lightweighting, things like losing a lot of features, ditching even the spare tire, and that gets about 56 miles per gallon combined. What's even more interesting is that I haven't been able to get under 58 miles per gallon during my testing, which means that I'm doing better than Toyota and the EPA reckon without even really trying. I haven't really been babying the car, I've been driving it like a regular vehicle, and it just sort of gives me the gas mileage. Now what about those driving dynamics? It's got less power, but it doesn't really feel any less responsive than the previous generation, though it's a Prius and it's not a sports car, so that's not really a high bar to reach. The new Prius features a new independent multi-link rear suspension, which replaces the old torsion beam setup, which does actually make the Prius feel a little bit more planted around corners. Now, you're not going to become a canyon carver just because you've got a new rear suspension here, but the Prius does feel more planted when you're doing something like an evasive maneuver or going down a freeway off-ramp. Even better, it feels much more comfortable and quiet on the highway and over the bumps of the city. As far as technology in the dashboard, we've got Toyota's standard InTune system, which isn't a whole lot to get excited about. It's got a decent navigation system and an InTune's app interface that is so boring that I haven't really bothered to even put the app on my phone for the last couple of Toyota cars I've tested. The most interesting features that it adds, things like movietickets.com integration and OpenTable, are things that I would probably rather do on my phone than in the car's dashboard. The most interesting bits of technology actually reside up in the upper dashboard, underneath this brow where you've got a dual screen digital instrument cluster. There you'll find all sorts of cool readouts and calculators that'll do everything from allowing you to monitor your fuel economy to your driving style to how much money you're saving with every mile that goes by. There is also where you'll find the settings for the various driver aid features, things like lane keeping assistance, adaptive cruise control, and one of my personal favorite features, automatic parallel parking. Overall, the Prius's cabin is a very comfortable place to be. It's not luxurious by any stretch, but this being a hybrid means that under most circumstances, the powertrain is whisper quiet. And of course, the best thing about being seated here is that I can't see the front of the vehicle or the rear. The 2016 Toyota Prius starts at around $25,000, but here at the top of the line with the Prius 4 Touring package, we're at around $33,000. And no, it's not the prettiest Prius, but for now it is the most efficient. And for the fuel economy we're getting, I'm more than willing to put up with a little bit of that ugly.